Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 3,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 100 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
This is your main man RJ from the Ringside Rant, heard only on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. So go over and subscribe across all your major platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher to hear every great interview I have every Monday on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. Go over and follow the show's page on Twitter @_Ringside Rant. Follow the network's page @BizWrestleNet. And, as always, embrace the vision.
Hello, friends. This is Spencer Love, your host of Over the Top Rope on the Win Column Sports Network. Don't forget you can head to wincolumnsports.ca for all of your previews, reviews, and breaking news from the world of wrestling, be it your major promotions or from the great province of Alberta, Canada. Now, back to Sounds of Struggle with your hosts, Chris Perish and Meniac.
And we're back with episode 101 of The Sounds of Struggle.
It's the first of a new era!
Yeah!
Motherfucker!
Woo! The offensive era?
Was it ever not an offensive era?
Well, I never really described what the last one was.
Shit, piss, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker.
Mojo Rally.
Cunt. We're bringing in the new year right.
Do.
Yeah.
And we are on the coming into the weekend where we have NXT TakeOver.
One of the biggest shows of the year that no one cares about.
Huh.
Survivor Series.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we got NXT TakeOver, War Games, Part 2, on
Electric
Saturday.
Boogaloo. Yes.
And then we have Survivor Series on Sunday, and there has been some changes to that card already.
We're recording on Tuesday. You're listening on Thursday. Shut up.
Huh? We talk in the real time. It's not our fault Matt Laney puts us on the later in the week.
Fair enough.
Huh?
Yes, changes. Changes have been made. Let's start with TakeOver, though.
Yes.
In the smallest card in TakeOver history, yet one I'm eagerly anticipating.
Oh, yeah.
Good. To be very, very good.
Yeah. I wonder what the order of the matches are going to be.
I'm going to say opening match is Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano.
I think that's the opening, eh?
I think that's the opening. Because they always seem to do title match. So the opening will be a non-title match between Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano. Who wins?
Aleister Black.
Yeah, I agree. Although if Johnny Gargano won with help from Tommaso Ciampa, I'd be okay with that. Although that won't happen.
You know what? If Johnny Gargano gets help from Ciampa to win that match, and then Gargano helps Ciampa retain, and we saw the reformation of DIY as heels, that wouldn't be too bad.
I can actually see Tommaso Ciampa's music hit. He doesn't come out.
Well, then imagine this. Then you have DIY against the tag team of Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream.
That'd be nice.
That's interesting.
That would be nice.
So, two guys who literally faced each other on, was it not the same show?
I feel like it was earlier, but it could have been that show last year. I don't know.
But yeah, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're tagging up.
Tagging up.
That'd be interesting.
It would be. It would be.
Because I think we both see Ciampa retaining the title.
Although I would be okay with it if he lost, because Velveteen Dream's awesome.
I don't know if I'd want Ciampa to lose, though.
Not yet. But of course, I will say the same thing I said last year at this time. He loses, he has a match in December, and then January, he comes up on the Rumble and stays up. But they could always not do it then either.
Yeah. I have a feeling they might keep him down in NXT one more year before he moves up, just so others are moved up first.
I can see that. But anyways, yeah, Aleister Black I think wins that match. Second match, I'm predicting Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. And I think Shayna Baszler retains.
Yes.
I can't see them going back and forth, back-to-back defenses.
I just think they're gonna get Shayna Baszler.
It is a 2 out of 3 falls match.
If Shayna Baszler loses, then they can come back with that same match, because then Shayna Baszler's gonna invoke her rematch clause.
Yeah.
And I think people just want to see something else after this.
Yeah.
And this is probably the blow-off. So I see Shayna Baszler winning this match. And then we're probably going to see Shayna Baszler probably move on to somebody else, which I would assume would either be an Io Shirai.
Tony Storm?
No, Tony Storm I think will do her thing on NXT UK.
Yeah, fair enough.
But then you got a little Mrs. Gargano.
Who did?
Gargano's wife.
Oh, Candice LeRae.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good, or even like a Bianca Belair could be a.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like one of those two, I think would be perfect for Shayna Baszler afterwards.
I concur. Third match, Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
And we already talked about it. I think Ciampa retains.
Yeah, I'm very curious on this match though, because I can see Lars Sullivan getting involved because they've been using him as kind of a piece in that puzzle.
What if the DIY becomes a stable?
You say TIY?
DIY. DIY becomes a stable.
And who would be in it?
Oh, Gargano, Ciampa, and then Lars Sullivan. Whoa!
Why would Lars Sullivan be in there?
I don't fucking know, because Ciampa's a black-hearted devil, and you managed to churn him. Like butter.
What happens if not only do DIY reunite, but they add somebody else? Maybe they add a Cassius Ohno.
Yeah, that would work too, I guess. And then out comes Matt Riddle! Bro!
What would be an interesting way to put him on the card, because it looks like Riddle and Ohno is going to be on the pre-show.
A.K.A. the NXT after?
Yeah, I think it's done before, is it not?
It's done before, but it's shown the week after.
Yeah.
So I missed Matt Riddle's first match, so I'm curious to see. I could always go back and watch on the network, but you know me, I'm lazy, so fuck.
Yeah, it's only available anytime you want. But why would
that's
you do
the thing.
that?
It's available anytime I want, but it's my money and I want it now.
Yeah, because God forbid if free TV wasn't okay for you.
Right.
Yeah, and then the main event, obviously, War Games.
Yes. So I'm pausing this just because it's a picture of Becky Lynch with a sweet ass shiner. God damn.
Black Eye Becky.
Black Eye Becky. Black Eye Becky. Beating her way into our hearts since 2018. I like it. She's awesome. We'll get to her.
Yeah.
Undisputed Era versus Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and War Raiders.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but it would be really stupid to have War Raiders not win the War Games match. It seems like it's set up for them. It's in their name.
So they lose?
I kind of want Undisputed Era to win again.
Yeah,
really
me too.
Do.
It's Bobby Fish's return match.
Yeah, with Adam Cole, baby.
Huh? It's the first time Undisputed Era is going to have a match with the four of them.
Hooray!
That should come quite in.
Wait, that's not true. No, well.
Yeah, because
it was just 3 of them last year.
Roddy
was on
joined when
different
Bobby
teams.
Fish was hurt.
Yeah, it was just the three of them because Bobby was with.
He replaced Bobby Fish. Bobby,
No, yeah, but who was Bobby or who was Roddy with last year in the War Games match?
He's with AOP.
Right.
He was what the Drake Maverick was before. He was
right.
little.
Yeah, that really random fucking just cuz. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, because it was. Yeah, who were they against in that?
It was Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Versus AOP and
Roddy.
Versus Sanity.
Sanity, yeah, that's right. Yeah, man, Sanity's really
falling off the fucking grid.
Yeah, they haven't used. Well, I mean, they brought.
So what happens? You go to the main card. If you're not hot right at the start, you're fucking done.
Well, it just shows you how bad SmackDown uses guys when they only have 2 hours.
It doesn't matter. You go to Raw, they still don't use fucking guys.
No, but if they had more groups, I'm sure they would be. I'm sure Sandy would get more time on Raw than they do on SmackDown.
Yeah, they get an entrance instead of just a dark match.
Even though Sanity didn't bring Nikki Cross up to the main roster finally.
Yes, they did.
Woo! We got Nikki Cross against Becky Lynch, and that was all right.
A little bit of alright. Anyways, I'm going to say Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and Warriors win, although I really would like to see Undisputed Era win.
Part of me thinks Roddy is going to pin Pete Dunne to win this match.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is it like a, one person gets pinned and that's it, or is it elimination?
Well, from what I heard, that there's a match on this week's NXT. It's 1v1. Well, it's one guy from one team against one from the other, and that team's gonna... Whoever wins that match, that team gets the advantage. So 2 guys start, and then every some odd minutes, I think another guy comes out.
Yeah.
I think they're going old school on that one.
Yeah, it's just 2 teams, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't start just one-on-one.
I think they are.
Oh, you think they are?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I thought it was going to be like, just start 2-on-1 and then someone comes in and evens the odds, but whatever. Anyways.
No, I think it's 1-on-1, but whoever gets the advantage, that guy would have that 2-on-1 first.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
You probably said that. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at other things.
Probably. Was it the lights in front of us?
Yes. Yes, it is. I think Undisputed Era will win that match. They'll do some underhand tactic of some sort. And then they'll end up. I think they'll still end up, unfortunately, losing. I don't want them to. I want them to keep winning forever. But that's just me. Forever winning.
I just think if Undisputed Era wins, I think Adam Cole is too obvious for the win this year.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think he got the win last year. I think Kyle O'Reilly got the win.
Technically, yeah, I think you're right.
I think he beat like Alexander Wolf or something to win it.
Yos.
So was it Alexander Wolf or was it Roddy? Because I know Wolf is the one who like cracked his head open.
Yes, he did. The back of his dome skull.
Yeah.
Either way, Saturday's going to be a good night.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday night will be all right for a fight.
4 matches on a card, Jesus Christ.
They're going to have all the time.
When was the last time you ever seen just 4 matches on a card in WWE?
Never?
No.
Honestly, I don't think ever.
Groundbreaking.
The TV show, yeah.
That's breaking ground.
Same thing. Yeah. Break the groundbreakingness. Yeah, let's move on to Survivor Series.
Yeah. It's a series of survival.
The first one of Survivor Series is Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair.
No.
So apparently, Nia Jax decided, hey, Becky Lynch, you got a nice face. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
Yeah,
and punched her right in the fucking mouth.
Do you know SmackDown said that Becky Lynch broke her face?
Yeah. Tom Phillips, I like your stuff, but man, you really discredited yourself with that. Becky Lynch is not wrestling because she has a broken face. God damn it, Tom. You sound like a fucking amateur.
Broken nose, concussion.
Broken nose, concussion, broken orbital bone, because
Yeah.
she has a massive black eye. No, she has a broken face.
Man, you know the funny, like, I don't know, it's so weird that, like, when you break your nose, like, your eye goes black.
No, not really, because you're breaking all the capillaries and everything under the skin, but...
But, like, yesterday, when we were watching Raw, you just see the nose, you just see the blood, and you're like, okay, it could be a broken nose, or it could just be like, it got you, right? Like, sometimes you get that nosebleed, it can get just, boom, goes, right?
If she punches her, like, in the orbital, breaks her orbital bone, but also catches her nose.
Yeah. But, like, and then all of a sudden, boom, the only thing you see on SmackDown is just a black eye. Nothing to do with the nose.
Hell of a black eye.
But, like, nothing on the nose. The rest of the face looks fine.
I have a feeling she actually has a broken orbital bone in her face, and she just, the Nia's big fucking ham hock of a fist caught her nose kind of like on the way out.
Or just got her really good and gave her a concussion, and then it just looks like it was more. But either way, Becky Lynch
looked like a bad lass. Total bad lass.
No, the baddest lass on the planet.
She is the man.
Huh?
She's the man lass. I don't know what that means. She's both.
The last man?
She's the last man standing.
She's the last? Well, she technically is.
She is the last man
standing. She beat Charlotte Flair at Evolution to become the last
man. Ha ha! We tied it in!
Yeah.
Make a t-shirt.
Or jerseys.
Yeah. With really, like, bluish purple, like, undertones.
Right.
Anyways, Charlotte versus Ronda. Who wins? I'm going to say probably Ronda.
I'm going to say Charlotte.
I really hope you're right.
I'm going to say Charlotte under this one and only one thing. Well, one, I think, too, like, Charlotte easily can take this loss and it doesn't hurt her.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that Nia Jax will play a part in this, because she's the one who's going to get the next Raw Women's title shot.
You think she'll go rogue?
I think I think her and Tamina will cost Ronda.
Okay.
The match.
I would much prefer that, just because I'm over Ronda stuff again. Not because I don't think she can work or anything. It's just, I just don't care. Her selling at the end of last night, she looked like she had hypothermia and Tourette's. Like, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal.
Somebody should, like, what's the thing under her eye? That little, like, dimple?
Sty or a mole.
It's just not cool.
Yeah, whatever.
Didn't notice until then.
Probably
because they focus right at the face when we were watching that promo.
Yeah, it's I think Ronda needs to be taken down a peg, and by down a peg, I mean she needs to lose and kind of reinvent herself. And by reinvent herself, I mean go do porn for a bit, then come back.
Or how about just stop talking like you're 10 times smarter than what everyone else thinks you are?
Bring in someone for a mouthpiece, yeah.
Or just let her
use your mouthpiece.
Whatever happened in the good old-fashioned days where Steve Austin, his music would hit, he comes out, he stunners, and he fucks her right off. He doesn't say the same thing. Why can't Ronda just come in, hip throw someone, arm bar, fuck off?
To Austin's music?
Well, to hers. Like,
okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, that makes way more sense. If it was glass shatter than Ronda's music, I'd be supremely confused. Yeah.
Well, she is ripping everyone else off, so might as well.
Might as well, right? Yeah. Next match we're listed on here, Rollins versus Nakamura, which I think could be the match of the night.
Yeah.
Is going to be very good. I have no idea.
I don't know now.
That's true. We'll get to that.
Yeah, but I don't even know if that could have been a thing before, because I kind of like the match before one we'll get to.
Which is actually...
I think it'll be one of the 2 top matches of the night.
Yes. I don't know. I think Seth's going to lose just because he's going to get interference from
Ambrose.
Yeah. That's my only thing. I think if Ambrose does not interfere, Rollins wins. If he does interfere, then Rollins loses. It basically totally depends on a person not in this match, which I don't like, but at the same time, I get it.
It's either that or Ambrose beats up Rollins post-match.
Yes.
Ambrose, Rollins, some sort of interaction.
Yes. I think if Rollins loses, it's because of Ambrose. If not, Rollins will win, then he's beaten down.
I do think Nakamura wins, because I'm also looking at the big term of, like, who's going to have the matches. Like, they're going to count, like, some matches are going to go Raw's way, some are going to go SmackDown's way.
Yeah. So as of right now, I'm
like, Lesnar beats Bryan 100.
Spoilers! AJ Styles lost tonight to Daniel Bryan. So now we have Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. Bork Laser.
Yeah.
I'm excited as fuck for this match. This is going to be good. It's going to be real.
And we get to see that amazing idea that Daniel Bryan has on a match against Brock Lesnar that he's always been saying about.
What idea?
Remember when he was like retired? He's like, oh, I could just put the perfect match against Brock Lesnar together. Like, if I worked this style, it'd be like perfect to work like Brock Lesnar.
I'm excited even more now. I'm going to assume. Actually, you know what? No, I don't. I'm going to say Daniel Bryan turned heel.
Yeah.
He kicked AJ in his phenomenal one.
Phenomenal parts.
Yeah. And then hits him with his whatever, the running knee, whatever he calls it. The yes knee.
I think it's just a running knee.
The yes ma'am to the knee face. The how's she going? Anyways, does that. But because AJ hit Little Nate, Charles Robinson, with his phenomenal forearm. I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you think AJ interferes? Because, I mean, that'll be 2 matches now that'll have interference.
Well, I think there'll be as much AJ interference as there is Braun Strowman interference.
Interesting. I like it. I could definitely see Braun coming out and AJ coming out, kind of leaving both of them lying.
Okay, but here's also another thing with Daniel Bryan being co-captain of the SmackDown team.
Apparently he's not anymore.
Is that now going to be AJ Styles?
Last I heard, apparently, well, again, I just read a quick synopsis of it now. Bryan's not. So I would assume AJ, although he's not even doing the Mixed Match Challenge, there's what I think is a rumor that he's actually hurt.
But at the same time, didn't they kind of have a technically injuring, like they had Daniel Bryan kind of injure him?
Yes.
So maybe because they had Mixed Match Challenge right after that, it was just like, oh look, we have to tend to AJ Styles. He's just not good to go for the Mixed Match Challenge tonight.
It is possible.
So it could be a temporary thing.
Yes, it could be temporary. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
All depends on if AJ is actually good to go or not. Maybe he is actually kind of hurt and needs some time off. I haven't heard anything yet, but...
Yeah, but at the same time, a 10-man match would be okay.
Depending on what it is.
But then we have that 10-man tag match.
Yeah, it's Ziggler, McIntyre, Strowman, Balor, and Lashley versus... with Corbin and Leo Rush. Versus Miz McMahon, Shane McMahon.
Ms. McMahon?
Ms. Man. Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy is taking that position now. Wait, did he already? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess he did take that position because, yeah. So, so maybe AJ is hurt. Who knows?
Could be.
I'm going to say Raw wins this one.
Yeah, I think Braun Strowman wins this match and then beats the shit out of Baron Corbin after.
I can see it. Looking, I don't want Raw to win, but I don't know. It's hard to say they won't. Although Dolph and McIntyre could attack Braun Strowman and do a selfish thing there, or he could attack them and cost them. I don't know. This could go. I guess they could go either way. And I would say that
actually be very interesting if McIntyre did some to
Ziggler.
I'm actually gonna say no. Braun Strowman will get eliminated, and then instead of beating up Baron Corbin, he helps Drew McIntyre become the lone survivor of Monday Night Raw, win, and then he beats up Baron Corbin after.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling they'll push Drew McIntyre in that match.
I can see it. I could also see SmackDown winning this, but I think you're right. I think Team Raw does win this one. Yeah. So we have, technically, if we're going by my count, I'm going to say we're 3-1 now for Raw. So the next one...
No, because I have Shinsuke winning.
Yeah, that's one.
Did I not have...
You had Charlotte winning. I had Ronda winning.
Yes.
That's why. So you're 2-2, I'm 3-1.
Yeah.
Which I have the next one here. Women's match. Team Raw, which is Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina, Natalya, and Ruby Riott, with Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan.
Yeah.
Good God. Versus Team SmackDown, Carmella, Naomi, Sonya Deville, Asuka, and TBA. to be announced.
Yeah, I think we both think it's Nikki Cross.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. I think Team
That
SmackDown
or one
is
of the Iconics, I would assume, is the most
Peyton
logical.
Royce, I'd say.
Yeah.
I can see. I can see that. Maybe Maurice. Probably not, but
No.
Anyways, I think Team SmackDown is going to win the women's. I do.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, I see that too.
They build them up too big, but like it seems like almost like clockwork.
So
WWE always does
so
one team
technically I'm at
that's too
3-3 right now because I also have Brock beating Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, 1, 2. You were 2-2, so it'd be 3-2 for SmackDown right now for you.
Okay, no. Is that 3-2? I thought it'd be 3-3.
No, we've only done 5 matches so far.
Well,
Let's go back to it.
yeah, I've done Nakamura.
You had Charlotte Flair, SmackDown 1.
Yeah.
You had Nakamura, SmackDown 2.
Yeah.
You have Lesnar, Raw 1.
No, I also have the women's team.
Yeah.
So that's SmackDown 3.
Yep. And then Raw team, SmackDown or Raw 2.
Oh, because we haven't done AOP and Bar.
Yes,
yeah.
that's next.
Yeah, AOP on that one, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, 3.
Yeah, that's 3-3 now. I'm going to say AOP as well. So that for me is...
It really comes down to that 10-team tag match.
4-2 for me.
Like that SmackDown tag team elimination.
That's going to be a long fucking match.
I don't think it will. I think you'll have a lot of quick eliminations. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Because you have 5 teams for... Or is it 5 from each show?
Yes, 5 on 5.
Okay,
5
so
team on 5 team.
on Raw you got Gable and Root.
Yes, that's
You got the
captain.
Ascensions.
Yes.
Ascension, sorry. You got the B team.
Yes.
You got the Revival.
Yes.
And you got Lucha House Party.
Yes.
And they're taking on the Usos.
That's the captains, yes.
Yeah. Gallows and Anderson.
Yes.
Then you got you got New Day, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's 3 teams on there. Then you probably have Sanity as a
Yes.
4th team. And then who would be the
By far the best team in the entire thing. They are as good as what their name is. The Colons.
Oh, really?
They are the shits.
They get booked.
Which, that's fine. That's cool. But booking them instantly, I'm like,
You know what?
SmackDown
And,
wins this
I
one.
think SmackDown wins because I think New Day.
New Day, Usos,
Yeah.
Sanity. Yeah.
And Gallows and Anderson, come on.
I hope Revival is the last team on Raw. I really do. They got to start pushing them. Fuck, I want them
It
to
just
use
comes
them.
down to Gallows and Anderson and Revival.
They'd be fucking sweet.
Or the
So many ball brethren.
or the Usos and Revival.
That would be fucking awesome too.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That actually.
I will agree with you. SmackDown, I think wins this one.
Usos are actually outside the Revival.
I'm thinking
the Usos are definitely. My
I'm thinking the
favorite tag.
Colognes are going to be like a quick elimination.
I think Gallows and Anderson might be 2. They could very
Unfortunately,
well.
I
Lucha
think
House Party?
Lucha House Party. The Ascension could be
Yeah. B team also could be. They're more of a
potentially because they are
comedy.
comedy, but I think they will stay in for a little
What
while.
happens if the B team win?
That'd be funny.
I don't think anybody would expect that.
No, they are
Or just Lucha House Party just fucking owning it.
Yeah,
Fucking Mexicool 2.0.
Mexico House Party. Yeah, but yeah, I think Team SmackDown wins that one. So, and then that's also on the pre-show.
The Luchadorables.
The Luchadorables, which I don't know why no one's jumped on that yet. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, and then the last match, Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali, which this doesn't really have a brand.
No.
It's just
It's just for the cruiserweight
205,
title.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which will be a good match.
Buddy Murphy, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. That'll be a good match.
I think they're going to probably start doing something where this is the beginning to putting the title on Ali.
I can see it. Also, side note, do you think they're going to do 205 tag champs eventually?
I don't see why they can't.
Got enough guys. I also think Johnny Gargano
They'll-
eventually gets called up 205.
DIY right there. They're both not.
There you go. I agree.
You also have a tag team that could possibly be coming from Japan, Ring of Honor. That could also be.
They'd have to slim down. They technically are over as right now. They're heavyweights. Don't you know?
Oh, I was talking about Lance Archer and David Boy.
Yeah, they definitely have to slim down. They're big boys. But yes, so let's go by my final count. I have Raw, SmackDown.
I think
Raw.
SmackDown wins the long haul because Raw's won it both years. I think that was a story, a telling point that Stephanie made
SmackDown.
when they said Raw has won the last 2 years.
I have Raw wins 4-3 is what I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna have SmackDown go 4-3.
Okay.
And then Shane claiming that they're the best in the world.
Yep, you see that. That is Survivor de Series.
Do you think there's going to be any returns? Or, like, surprises, or...
The only surprise I could see would be the women's match to be announced. If it's not Nikki, it could be... Insert person there.
Could it be a Bella?
Brie, maybe.
Could it
I really hope it's not.
What about... Because I heard recently that a fan asked Paige if she was medically cleared, and she's like, no. And I thought it was very funny that it's been mentioned within the week. Could it be possible that Paige did get medically cleared and is the SmackDown's newest, or the...
That'd be pretty big fucking news. You think they want to talk?
Yeah, but Survivor Series is one of their big shows too.
Yeah, it's possible, but I think very unlikely. Yeah, I think it's pretty unlikely for that. But I mean, it is possible, I guess.
I'm just saying, if it happens, you heard it here first.
Yeah, I think it's a 1% chance.
No, I do think it's either Nikki Cross or Peyton Royce.
Yeah. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yes. Anyways, what else do I have? The Bullet Club, the North American brethren that we know so very well, come to love so very much, are no longer a Bullet Club.
Yeah,
they announced on Jericho's podcast and cruise.
Yeah.
They are now all collectively known as the Elite. They have a few t-shirts coming out, and they already look really good. I like it. I really hope this transition is seamless, and they continue on selling t-shirts, Hot Topic, that sell off the charts.
Well, of course they'll sell a Hot Topic.
I'm hoping they still sell off the charts like the Bullet Club ones.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm just wondering how long this stays, because I don't know. I think there could be changes to the Elite come 2019.
Oh, I guarantee there's changes. My question is, who's going to WWE? Because there have been a lot, even on Being the Elite, they're doing a lot of, they've hinted Nick and Matt, they've hinted...
they've technically hinted everyone
Cody.
at some point.
Yep. And the only one they haven't officially hinted with that clock thing, like they're doing like a countdown, is Kenny. It's the only one. Everyone else, Hangman Page in this past week got that. So, Cody has not, but he's done this thing where he's suddenly possessed and he's just spouting off random facts about WWE, and I think it's great. I think... Now, hear me out on this.
Yeah, but hasn't he done stuff where he acts like
Stardust?
The Stardust thing was a hint at WWE. Also, didn't he do a thing where he got like quartered by like a Triple H?
Yeah.
Like a dude
by H.
Yeah.
Yes. By the letter H. The one that attacked you apparently attacked Cody Rhodes. He's getting around.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
I'm more of a B person.
More of a B team kind of guy?
Well, not B team, but
fair enough.
Or D's. I like D's.
D's nuts.
Or a couple D's.
Yeah. Now, hear me out on this. What if for the first time ever, maybe not at Rumble, maybe somewhere like just before, just after Mania, all 6 members of the Elite make their debut on Raw. Every single one of them. Cody gets Rhodes back. Maybe Brandy's not there, but then you have Nick and Matt Jackson. Maybe you have Kenny Omega. All 6 of them come back and do like an invasion.
Gotta bring Brandy back.
I agree.
They're kind of a package deal.
I agree. I'm just saying. Maybe they don't.
But that is kind of pro WWE. Just leave the black one out, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. All I'm saying is that it's, what if they do that? It's like they do like almost a Nexus or something like Invasion, anything like that, but it's the Elite. All 6 of them right after like the Mania.
What happens if you saw like Elite versus
the Club?
Undisputed Era?
That'd be awesome. What about the Elite versus the Club? Because you have Gallows, Anderson, AJ, Balor. There's 4 there. You need couple more. You bring up AJ.
See,
you bring up Adam Cole today.
I can fully expect. I can expect Kenny Omega to have an AJ Styles debut in the Rumble.
Okay.
Especially if you have AJ Styles and Finn Balor in the ring at the same time. And then the next guy in, boom.
Almost like a Jericho number 3 entry? Or, yeah. Or, sorry, it'd be AJ Styles.
No, but even if it's like midway, and those guys are just the 2 in the Rumble, right?
I'd say, honestly, number 8 or 9. Have it fairly early, but enough.
It's like, number 13. AJ, like, before things can really get filled up again, boom, you have AJ, you have Balor in the ring.
They're facing off.
Maybe they're the first 2 in the ring. And they're just, like, battling it out. We're doing the work hard.
What about this? It's Nakamura first, and then AJ second. You get that tease that everyone wants. And then Balor comes in third. Balor, AJ do their Too Sweet Bullet Club thing. Throw out Nakamura. Fourth one comes in. It's Omega. Does the finger gun, point at them, runs in. He doesn't clean house, but he beats the fuck out of both of them. That'd be awesome.
I just think
I would cream my loins.
I just honestly think if it's like a point where they're both in the ring and they're like, okay, and then boom, that's your evolution of the Bullet Club right there, more or less.
Absolutely.
You got the guy that started it, to the guy that was passed on when that guy left, to the next guy that they pass it on to when he left, and it's like boom.
And then Tama Tonga comes in, and it's everybody.
Well, you can do the Roman Reigns because he's not doing the Roman Reigns.
Exactly. That's harsh, but true, fair, tough but fair. But I like that. I always say it's my favorite time of year. That's when all the big stuff starts happening. God, I fucking love the Rumble, and I'm getting excited. It's getting close. It's like fucking Christmas. It's Christmas Rumble season.
2 months
Fuck
away.
yeah!
2 months away.
Stoked. It's WWE fans' Christmas. Let's go here. Next one. Lesnar's new contract with WWE quietly agreed to before Crown Jewel keeps Lesnar in pro wrestling at least through WrestleMania 35.
Yeah.
But
you can have
from
one
what
UFC
I've heard he's got one UFC match, which
it's him and
if they
Cormier.
want to do it, if they want to do it right,
Cormier.
I've heard a rumor that he gets to walk down into the ring with the Universal title.
Well,
if he still has it at that point, and
they did an interview with Dana White, and he said he doesn't give a fuck what belting brings down. He's like, he just doesn't think Vince will let him do it.
I think Vince would. I think that'd be huge.
He said he'd let Lesnar do it.
And then I also think Cormier, he's only 40 once he retires. I think we see him WWE in the next 5 years.
To God, we don't.
I'm not saying we should. I'm just saying I bet you we do. I bet you we do. He's a huge fan.
I wouldn't mind him as an announcer, like what Pat McAfee is.
Where's Pat McAfee?
He does the NXT kickoff shows. I would not mind if Cormier does that.
You know what?
Pat McAfee is fantastic.
I've never noticed. You know why? I never watched the kickoff shows.
Dude, watch it. Him and Sam Roberts together are hilarious.
I'll have to watch it. I will have to watch this one coming up this Saturday.
Did you not watch when he was on, or listen to when he was on, I think it was Sam Roberts last week?
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Yeah, he is very funny. I'll give him that.
So funny. Did you not see him on Up, Up, Down, Down either?
No, I've kind of stopped watching that.
Oh, watch the one with him.
All right, well.
Yeah, he is funny.
I'll put it on now. The listeners can listen to the whole damn
Because
thing.
they're playing that one game where, like, I don't know what you're doing or what the guys... They're just guys, and they just, like, try to push you off edge.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's almost like a mobile game, I think.
What game is that?
I have no idea what it's called. I've seen ads for it.
Apparently Luke Harper's really good at it.
It's stay in the middle. It's all about, it's where your footing is in the cage.
Yeah.
It's getting...
No, it's a one
control
where
the gauge.
They're, like, in, like, a... I don't know, it's, like, weird. Like, they're going upstairs, they're going downstairs. They can throw each other off one level to the next. And then the next one, there's, like, a train where they're just...
never mind. Gang Beast. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
And then they're playing,
I'm thinking
they're playing soccer.
I'm thinking a completely different one, yeah.
And it's, like, literally, it's Kofi, Big E, and Xavier Woods, and then Pat McAfee.
That's awesome.
It's actually hilarious.
Speaking of brothers, the Major Brothers are tagging again, apparently. And moving on, because nobody cares.
And they don't win, because how dare Zack Ryder fucks with this streak.
That's funny. That'd be actually really funny is if they end up winning a match because of Zack Ryder or it's on a Raw, And then Kurt Hawkins loses it and
Turns on him.
turns on it, but then goes on a tear where he doesn't lose for quite a while. I think it'd be hilarious.
Because all he does is face Zack Ryder.
Yeah. Also, Roddy and Maria Shafir got married. I thought they were already married. Apparently, no, they got married last weekend.
Yeah, Roddy like cut the shirts off or cut the sleeves off his shirt. It's kind of weird.
Total wrestling. Total wrestling move. That's all I have for wrestling. Do you have anything? What were you doing this past weekend?
Nothing
good?
No, I was at the RCW show.
How was that?
I was
Putting out
drinking.
feelers?
I was drinking a lot.
You were putting out feelers? Nice.
Just drinking a lot. Yeah, putting out feelers to my next round.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah, I think I snuck like 7 beers in there.
There you go. And then you did the responsible thing, and you drove your vehicle home.
100%.
Because how dare you take up a parking spot, you fucking heathen.
Right?
Exactly.
Especially when it's that handicap sign on it.
Who even parks there?
Yeah.
Anyways, some hockey
I
news.
mean, they have motorized vehicles too made for them. Why do they need the close spot?
I'm not even going to answer that.
It's a joke.
Blackhawks relieved Joe Quenneville and 2 assistant coaches of their coaching duties.
Duties.
That one hurt.
The duties?
That too. Yes, that too.
Yeah, you gotta get that looked at, dude.
Yeah, right. They named Jeremy Colleton as the 38th head coach. He was coaching the Ice Hogs last year. Got them to the conference finals.
Call it?
I don't know. I don't know. And since then, they've been 0-3, and people are calling for his job. It's like, I'm so over this season already. Like, we just started, and I'm so
You want to
over
go there, huh?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm surprised as of right now, no one's picked up Joe Quenneville. Maybe he's refusing to talk to anybody till after Christmas, maybe. I don't know, but there are several teams
Could be looking for the right fit.
Maybe.
Like Des Bryant.
You want to jump over to that real quick?
I do, because it was kind of funny.
Let's
it
do that.
sucks, but it was funny.
Des Bryant signs a 1-year deal with your Saints.
Yeah.
And then tears his Achilles tendon in practice.
Yeah.
And he done. He done for the year. Thanks for signing up. See you later. Maybe he'll be back next year.
But the Saints did then sign Brandon Marshall.
There you go.
And they also beat the Los Angeles Rams before the signing.
There you go.
And they put up 46 points? 45 points?
Something like that.
45 points, I believe. And you know how many points they put up after the game?
53.
The next one? When they draft us? 51!
51.
Yeah, just decided to say, hey, Bengals, guess what? Bend over. Fine, we'll play it our way then. It'll hurt even worse.
Sure, man. That's exactly what they said. I was there.
And then Sean Payton broke the fire alarm.
Yeah, he did.
Because it kept going off like right before the game started, so he just broke it. Admitted he broke it. Said he'll pay for the alarm.
That's awesome.
Pretty funny.
Also, Le'Veon Bell didn't report to Steelers by 4 p.m. today.
Nope.
He will now be ineligible for the remainder of the season. He's missing out on $14.5 million. Man, if I had that kind of money, that'd be nice.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, he thinks he'll make even more next year.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't pay him that. If he didn't play for the season, I wouldn't even pay him that.
Yeah, but you know what? I actually don't fault him for kind of standing up on this one, too, because he was getting tired of being lowballed by his team.
I guess that's true. Excuse me. Also, other ball sports before we get back to hockey. Blue Jays have hired Astros batting coach Dave Hudgens and to be the bench coach. So there's that going for them now. It looks like they got an entire new roster of coaches.
I'm hearing the Philadelphia Phillies could be big players in the free agency.
Why them?
Apparently they got the cash, and apparently they want to have a very competitive season. So,
fair enough.
So
it'd be nice if they did.
Yeah, because I've been hearing that reports that Phillies could be offering up to a $330 million offer to a little Mr. Harper.
That'd be nice.
I do hope he doesn't take it, though.
Did you hear about this ex-Mariners employee calling the team out for being racist?
No.
Lorena Martin says she was called a cocky Latina, discriminated against for being a woman. I wanted to see if you had a take on it because I don't know anything about it.
Well, girls can't be cocky, right? But it's offensive.
I don't know.
So if you're being cocky and somebody told you that, that's offensive nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know. It's...
I mean, like, Latinos do not already have the belief that they're crazy people and they have just, a rage that you don't want to see.
Yes.
Like, they have that perception of having, short fuses.
Yes.
So, could very well happen. Plus, if you're a fan of the Seattle Mariners this year, you probably got a lot of cocky and ragey.
Right.
So...
a couple things for the CFL. The Blue Bombers and the Ticats are both moving on to the final, or Eastern and Western Conference Finals. So Ticats will face Ottawa after destroying BC 48-8.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, the Blue Bombers beat the Rough Riders 23-18 in an upset.
Yeah, because Riders have no offense.
Yeah.
Speaking of something that's not offensive, the Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
Pretty much, eh?
That's a good transition.
You hear, okay, back to hockey now. Did you hear that the NHL has reached a tentative non-class settlement and the concussion lawsuit filed by former players?
Yeah, and I think it's actually kind of horseshit.
The NHL has agreed to a max settlement of $18.922 million distributed to the followers.
Yeah, and after legal fees, apparently every player gets just around or a little over $22,000.
Yeah, which, I mean, if you're a broke player, that's something, but still, that's not a lot.
No.
But again, it's the amount of
over
players...
$7.5 million in legal fees.
Well, it did drag out for quite a while, so it's not really surprising.
Think about it. You're one of those players, and your lawyer is getting way more than you. Almost 7, or more than, 20 times that amount?
Something like that. It seems a little much.
Yeah, it's clearly that lawyer is not doing a good enough job for its...
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's stupid. I
agree.
The money needs to go to the players.
It doesn't need to go to the players, but if that was the case, they should have settled it before getting this heated and crazy. But
well, didn't it drag on for a while too?
It dragged on for quite a while. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame inductions were this past week, and Martin St. Louis got a surprise from the entire Tampa Bay Lightning team as they showed up to support him, which I think is classy as hell. So kudos to that entire team.
Especially in a way he left the team wasn't classy.
Didn't he just up and leave?
He kind of also demanded a trade to the Rangers.
Yeah, that worked out well for him. He got a conference final out of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That also poses the question I have is Gary Bettman got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he's not retired yet. Should he be in there yet?
Yeah, I think it's different from builders than players.
Seems like an inside job to me. Seems like he put himself in.
I don't know if he can, because don't you have to be voted in?
Yeah, he rigged the voting. You want your job, don't you? Vote me in.
I don't know. I think Batman gets a bad rap. I think you just boom when he hands the trophy over, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, when you think about it, he did get it. He's totally been keeping teams in Canada. He very much allowed Edmonton to keep the Oilers.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the Jets probably leaving and the Nordiques leaving, I mean, that's probably one of the main factors to why the Oilers stayed in Edmonton. Look at that idiotic travesty going on in Ottawa right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And then even in Calgary.
Yeah.
And he's doing what he can to make sure that they keep their team.
Yeah.
Even Arizona is making sure they keep their team.
Florida, even though they're doing pretty well, they're not doing so well in the box office.
And then he was the first guy to bring a team to Vegas, professional team into Vegas. Yeah. And then now, this time next month, very well could be going into Seattle.
Officially, yes.
So, I mean, and then he brought the Winnipeg Jets back.
Yep.
So,
after the failed attempt at the Thrashers.
I really don't think he's that
He's just a smarmy dick to me. That's the only thing I don't like about him. I guess he does his job well, but he's just...
you have 2 work stoppages. That's not going to really look good, but at the end of the day,
Technically 3 in his reign. He had the one in 90, was it 94? Was just not too long after he took over. He took over 92 or 93. Yeah. 94 they had the stoppage, and then 2005 the full year, and then 2012
I kind of give him leeway in that first one because he kind of that was probably going to happen regardless.
Fair enough.
But the other ones definitely, that was under his watch for sure.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, if they didn't do the lockout in 2005, I bet you the Leafs would have won. So it's his fault.
Yeah. Father Time's calling me and he's saying, nope. So,
Now, here's a question I have for you about that. Next year's Hall of Fame, there's a few people that are listed here that potentially could be nominated for next year. I'm going to go through them. I want you to give me a yay or nay for them.
okay.
Alexander McGinley.
Not first year.
Not first year?
Not first year ballot, no. Overtime. I don't think if Bure is a first year, I don't think he should be either.
Sergei Zubov.
No, not first year.
Daniel Alfredson.
No.
Vincent Lecavalier.
He has a cup, so yeah.
You don't think Daniel Alfredson?
He hasn't won a cup. I think Le Cavalier did more. He won a cup, so
Haley Wickenheiser.
yes.
And that is it.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Is there anybody who has like a final like opportunity to go in?
I thought it was like you had as many chances as you might keep getting passed over.
Huh? I thought some guys had like, I don't know.
It might be like you have a certain amount of chances, and then they kind of put you at like the back of the list, and like years and years later.
I guess it all depends too on who else and people are looking in.
Yeah.
Because if there's any coaches and stuff like that.
What is Shane Doan? I'm not saying like this year or next year. I'm talking down the road, 10 years from now.
I would say Jerome McGinley has a better career. Yeah, but I think you got to wait like 3 years or something, right?
Oh, it's minimum 3 years. The only one who never had to wait 3 years is
Gretzky?
Well, Gretzky didn't, but the only other one would be Lemieux. And then he's the only Hall of Famer to actually play in the NHL when he was a Hall of Famer.
Well, that was a cancer thing, though.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah, you got, inducted while he was in cancer, and then he got cancer-free, and then he played again.
Which is another thing, and maybe this is just me being insensitive and noticing, I don't know. Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and what does Roman have? The hell's
leukemia?
Leukemia, that's it. Those two seem to affect like hockey players and just basically people of all sports, like way more than anything else.
Well, I think too. I think it just depends on like the kind of it and like how you can get it. With wrestling, I can understand why you can have blood, like
for sure,
form of blood. However,
I'm just wondering if it's something that you're in such good shape. It's like you have to keep yourself constantly in that good shape. If that's what causes. Like, there's something behind that.
I'm curious. Well, apparently too in Roman's case too. Like I think we just found out that he just started treatment not too long ago. So that's a good thing to know.
Yeah, no, it's good.
But
hopefully
yeah, I
it
don't
gets
know.
through quick. Winter Classic jerseys are out,
Yeah.
and I'm in love. What do you think of them?
I don't when it comes to like the original 6, I don't think they do a lot of bad, to be honest. I'm just tired of seeing Chicago in winter games.
You take that back. It's the only thing we have left. We can't win shit anymore. At least, you know the amount of times that we've been in the Winter Classic.
And like Boston's getting up there too.
Oh yeah, but you know the amount of times that we've been in outdoor games.
Like
we've
8.
We've won 1. We are terrible at outdoor games.
You shouldn't want them either.
But I just like New Jerseys.
You like every jersey Chicago has.
I really do. Oh, jersey whore for Chicago. Let's see what else we have here. Devils placed Eddie Lack on waivers.
Huh.
I don't know what happened with that, but that's just...
It's because I think Schneider got called up. Because I think he was hurt. So
yeah,
they
he's
brought him
now back,
yeah.
Thomas Plekanec retired. Hopes to play in the Czech League.
Sure.
That's just because he found out that
nobody wants him.
The Canadians were going to put him on the waivers with intent to terminate his contract because he's played a grand total of 3 games this year. And he wanted to retire a Montreal Canadian, so I guess that makes sense. It seems a little selfish to me, but I mean, it makes sense.
Wow.
I get it.
He didn't play a long ass time with them.
1,000 games. Besides, was it all games except for whatever the season was last year? He played 80 with the Leafs. Here's my question: thoughts on Lucic being fined $10,000 for that roughing the Lightning player?
Okay, I can understand why it's a fine.
Yeah.
In today's NHL, I can understand why it's a fine. Now, what I don't understand is Brad Marchand pretty much does the same thing. Legitimately has a bigger altercation. Doesn't get anything. Has a way worse history.
What about the guy that actually he hit Russell and Russell left the game? This is the guy that he tagged.
I think the whole reason why this wasn't a thing, or this was a thing, is because this guy not only hit Russell from behind, there's no call. Also, he had, in earlier shifts, had gone after other players. McDavid and Draisaitl, I believe, were the two.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where you got to protect your stars, right?
Yes.
And I think, too, had there been a call on the Russell hit, I don't think this would have happened.
Yeah.
However, I think the no call allowed Lucic to say, you know what, if nobody's going to step in and, police this, I have to do it. So he went in, he gave him a little tap that kind of signaled, look, I'm onto you. And then when he had a chance, he hit him. Yeah, you could say it was a blindside, but I don't say it was a blindside hit. He waited till the guy actually was looking at him, hit him. A very safe hit, not shoulder to head. It was shoulder to shoulder. That was as safe as a body check as you can have. Very controlled. He gave him one shot, and then he basically sat on the guy. And you know for a fact he was telling him, this is the shit you got to stop doing. You know he was giving him a piece of his mind.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, and if you continue this up, I'm going to punch you.
In the dick.
And as much as in this city, you rag on Lucic for not being very good on the numbers scheme, you can't argue that when he's on the ice, and nobody really fucks with McDavid or Draisaitl. It's a presence. Nobody in the league wants to fight him. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
And the only guy who probably does want to fight him is Darnell Nurse, because he's just crazy.
He is. Crazy.
In today's NHL, I can understand why it's a fine, but I compare it to other things I've seen, and I wonder why.
Yes.
Especially when the whole thing happened because your referees failed to do their job in calling a penalty.
The NHL would never admit their referees did something wrong, but there should be some disciplinary action for referees missing calls. Because it's happened a lot last year.
I think that the NHL should be offering apologies, and that's their way of a PR move. But then behind the scenes, maybe they find a referee. We don't need to know about it. I don't care. Or it's like, okay, look, you were scheduled this. Yeah, you're not scheduled anymore. We're going to take one game away from you. So it's like, okay, you're going to find a game, and then they don't get paid.
Yeah.
So, and then it'd be like, okay, and then it's just a penalty like that. And then it's like, if you miss, or if you get a certain amount of games taken away from you, okay, then you're no longer a ref. Or something. Or
I agree, but of course that would mean that the NHL have to admit that their guys did something wrong, which they'll never do.
No, but when you hear like, okay, the NHL has released referee blah 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 from his contract or whatever, you kind of have an idea of why.
Yeah.
At that point, but yeah, no, I just honestly believe that if there was a call on the play or a penalty on that play, there's no Lucic incident, and Lucic could have made that worse.
Yep.
He chose not to.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But from one person's suspension fines to another, Tom Wilson went to a third party and got the sentence reduced to 14 games. And he played tonight. And he scored. Even though he was doing some goalie interference. My question is, are you the same as a bunch of people in the NHL right now who are just fucking pissed? Or like, what's the point of having, the ruling of the NHL... you go to the arbitration with the NHL, they say no, it's staying at 20 games. And they go to the third party.
You want to know who you blame for this? The NHLPA. Players Association. This is what happens when you have a union.
No, I get it. They need to fight for him and whatnot, but
there has to...
You shouldn't be able to fight for it outside of the league. If you go to arbitration, they say no, that's it.
Yeah, but this is what happens when your NHLPA allows you to not take accountability of a man, and then you get to go behind the books into the legal way and pretty much cry until you get your way.
But at this point, it's like
they bring it on themselves.
But at this point,
why there's work
you should be able to do whatever you want, and then if they suspend you or fine you, like Lucic should be able to go to like a court in Edmonton and be like, I don't agree with this.
Yeah, but
reverse it.
The only reason why that didn't happen is because Lucic was a man and was accountable.
Oh, I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying, in theory, he could now.
He could have disagreed with it and said, "Look, I'm going to challenge your decision" or whatnot. But that's the thing. he took accountability for what he did. Tom Wilson didn't. That's why he keeps getting things reduced, because he's crying until he gets his way.
I'm not a fan of him.
And that is a fault of the system.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him at all.
So, technically, Tom Wilson is not doing anything wrong. This is also just showing you how scarred this system is, too.
Yes.
Because it's allowing a guy who has been fucking up to get away with it. Get away with it simply because your system doesn't work. Or it has flaws in it, whatever way you want to look at it.
Yeah. Let's move on to something happier. Thornton hit 1,500 games, so good for him. That's all I have to say about that. You have anything to add? Nothing?
Grow his beard back.
Yeah, I think he's trying. He didn't have any...
Is he doing the Movember? Because that would be really funny.
Just grow the mustache?
Yeah, it would be really funny.
Let's see, there's a few people who have been injured lately.
Zach Cassian is growing a sweet mustache.
Yes, he is.
Actually, so is Kyle Brodziak.
Yes, they are.
He's got the handlebars and everything.
Yes.
Zach Cassian just looks like a frickin' police officer from... What would be a good...
90210?
No, they just came out with that sequel.
Magnum PI?
No. They just came out with the second one, like, this year. Of that. Super Troopers. There you go. Looks like a Super Trooper cop.
So yeah, a few people have been stepping away from team. Tuukka Rask stepped away from a personal matter. Klingberg and Haula have both been injured, as well as Jack Campbell with the Kings.
I heard Rask actually returned to practice.
Oh, did he? Well, that's good. That's good news. And what else do we have? Bill Daly foresees the NHL expanding to Europe within 15 to 20 years. You agree? And if so, where's the first team go? I think, honestly,
Sweden.
Czech Republic. I'd say Sweden, Finland, Czech, or Germany.
Switzerland. It's just a neutral area.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I think, Germany, Czech Republic, Sweden, Finland.
I think they got...
What about Russia? Moscow.
It depends on...
Moscow Dynamos.
You know what? I don't think it'd be Russia because the KHL would fight against it. I think Sweden would make the most sense.
Do you not think that the SHL and the other leagues like that would fight against it too?
Not as much as Russia will.
Well, fair enough.
But I think then if you do Sweden, you can do Finland. And there's a lot more. And then like Slovenia, Slovakia. Like you can just then
What about England?
No.
The London Silly Nannies.
There is not a gigantic England following in the NHL in terms of the players, but there is a lot of Swedish people. There's a lot of Finnish, a lot of Russian.
The Swedes have Finnish, yeah. What do you think? I'm going to give you over under 20 years. Do you think they get it done under 20?
Yeah.
You think under 20?
No.
I'm going to say
no, because
in our lifetime we're going to see it. But you and I are going to be old fucking spinsters drinking at the bar going, remember when we did a podcast? Yeah, we were fucking right.
I'll say before we do episode 1000, there will be.
Fuck 1,000 once a week. That's several years from now. Yeah,
that's about 20 years.
I don't think we'll do 1,000 episodes.
Because this is 101, and we're just under 2 years.
You're thinking like 9...
So 18 is about 18 years is about 900.
Yeah, okay, so you thinking about
so maybe
899 episodes from now?
And episode 1000 we'll be talking about NHL in Europe.
Which will be about 20 years, which means I'd be about... Yeah, you know what? I can see by that. It'll be a crazy, crazy world.
It'll be, I think, a little over.
And let's see, a couple signings. Coyotes re-signed Churin to a 6-year, $27.6 million extension. And Blackhawks agreed to terms with Nicholas Bowden on a 3-year entry-level deal.
Bowden.
That's all I have for hockey. Do you have anything for hockey?
Oh,
I do have one more, sorry. Toronto Maple Leafs are testing the market for William Nylander. Where do you think he goes?
I think they're testing the market. I don't know if he necessarily gets traded.
Do you think he pulls a Le'Veon Bell and just doesn't play at all this year?
Yeah, honestly, I think that serves Toronto better long term.
And if he does that, do you think when he comes back he gets what he wants?
No.
Hell no.
No, I don't.
He gets even less.
No, I don't think he gets what he wants now, because I think, in all honesty, the Draisaitl contract fucked a lot of things up for a lot of teams. Because everyone's going to compare Draisaitl and his 8.5 and his production, and they're going to be like, well, I'm putting up similar type numbers. I should give 8.5 too. A lot of teams are going to be like, no. Especially a team like Toronto, when they got Marner and they got Matthews coming up next year, and they just spent how much on Tavares, and then they have to put some money on their D.
Yeah, keep Riley, Gardner.
At least 2 of those guys, other D. Like,
They gotta keep Hyman. They can't break their Hyman.
and they got that Zaitsev guy locked term for like 5
Zaitsev,
years.
yeah. Yeah, they're gonna come into cap issues real quick here.
So
I have a couple things on combat sports. Mayweather. Remember we talked last week? Mayweather decided to fight some kickboxer.
Yeah.
Apparently he is now denying he did that because, and this is just rumors. Don't shoot the messenger because I don't know shit about this. I'm just what I've read. Apparently this Tenshin Nasukawa has ties to, who was it? Who was over there? The Yakuza? Or is they Japanese?
Yakuza's the
Yep.
Japanese.
Apparently he has ties to the Yakuza, and Mayweather, when he originally was announced he's going to fight, they took over and did a bunch of stuff, and then Mayweather's like, yeah, I don't want to fight. This is freaky. I don't want to do it.
Can't blame him.
No, I can't blame him either. It's like, you're going to fight, and you're going to fucking lose.
I mean, he always plays it safe, so
Yeah.
I can see it.
And
But he did get a football handed to him at a recent NFL game.
It's because they thought he was a kid because he's 4'1".
I think people know who Floyd Mayweather is.
I don't know who the fuck he is. He's a bald brother now, so I shouldn't hate too hard. Cage Fighting Fury...
Hard work!
Cage Fighting Fury Championships confirmed CM Punk has signed a deal with their company to be a commentator. He'll be debuting at CFFC 71 December 14th in Atlantic City. So CM Punk's staying within the MMA world.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And he's not fighting, so that's good too.
Yeah, I've never heard of
Sucks
Cage Fighting
balls
Fury.
at it.
I've never heard of this Cage Fighting Fury Championship. But cool. Good for him.
What is it, CFFC?
Yeah. Cage Fighting Fury Championships.
It's kind of a stupid name.
Kind of is a wordy fucking name, if you ask moi. Last thing I have is Maniac and the Award of Excellence to the unfortunate passing of Stan Lee, although he was 95. He lived a hell of a life. He did it all. He made us all believe, and Excelsior and stuff. But I think 95, yeah, he left a legacy behind. He deserves a rest.
He kind of has some sweet cameos.
Yeah, which actually that brings you even more reason to go see the next Avengers movie, because he did a cameo for that, and that's the last one we'll ever see.
Which is kind of fitting.
It really is. Before they'll do a whole transition where if it's rumored that Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth are all not going to be there, now neither will Stan Lee.
Well, it's true.
It is very fitting.
End of an era.
It really is a true end of an era. You're right. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, that's all I got for everything.
Okay, well, first off, I just also want to say this.
Well, you're looking up that Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah.
I do actually have one other thing. If you want to play that game, pick 1 to 3 players on each team right now that'll be in the Hall of Fame. Eventually.
How about let's just go... Okay. Hold on, I'm going to pull up all the teams just so I don't leave anybody out.
I like it. Oh, I like it a lot. We'll go to standings. Let's start. I'm just going to do it standing-wise.
My phone has to get off NFL right now.
Yeah, standing-wise overall. We'll start Nashville.
Nashville.
Pecorine.
I'm going to go Roman Yossi.
Okay. I also say PK Subban.
Didn't you just say Pecorine? Or are we doing 2?
You can do up to 3.
I'll just do 1. I'll be very boring.
Tampa Bay.
Steven Stamkos.
That's what I was going to say as well. I'd say maybe Victor Hedman.
Yeah.
Toronto.
I'm going to go with Patrick Marleau.
John Tavares.
600 assists. Body of work already kind of.
Yeah. Minnesota.
Mikko Koivu.
Yep, that's who I was going to say as well. Maybe a Parise, maybe, like years and years down the road.
Yeah, he's a pretty good American hockey player.
Yeah. Boston.
Patrice Bergeron.
Chara. Columbus Blue Jackets.
Ooh, Bobrovsky.
Damn it. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
If he remains a Blue Jacket.
Yeah, but as of right now, yeah.
Surprised he didn't go Artem Panarin.
Yes and no. We'll have to wait. I mean, if he keeps putting numbers up like he has, yes. But I don't know. Buffalo Sabres.
Jack Eichel.
Phil Housley.
The coach.
Yes.
Isn't he already in?
Is he in for coaching, though?
I think he's already in as a player.
Could he go back in as a coach, though?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll go Jack Eichel then. Fuck it. Maybe Sam Reinhart? Maybe. I don't know.
Sam Wedford.
Yeah. Vancouver.
Elias Pettersson.
I'm going to say the Sedins. I know they don't play for them anymore, but they're going to probably go in. Winnipeg Jets. Line A.
I'm going to go Blake Wheeler.
Okay. Calgary Flames.
No one, because they suck balls.
Got it. No one. They all suck balls.
No, if I have to choose one, Giordano.
Roster.
And if you're gonna
Mike
go
Smith.
If you're gonna go with someone that isn't playing anymore, I'll go Gimlin then, just to make me.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That makes sense. I'd say Mike Smith with people playing. Maybe Johnny Gaudreau. He's a good American player. I can see that. And San Jose Sharks. Joe Thornton.
Yeah, I was letting you.
Maybe Pavelski. Good American player.
Brent Burns.
Brent Burns. Yeah. Montreal Canadiens.
Carey Price.
Shea Weber. New York Islanders.
Now let's go with Matt Barzal.
I'm looking through their roster right now, and Cal Clutterbuck. What about Dallas?
Second.
Ben. Rangers.
Hendrick. The King.
Lundqvist?
Yeah.
Other than that, who they have, really.
They don't have, like, a horrible team.
But they don't have any standouts. Colorado.
Captain.
Landeskog?
Yeah.
I'll say McKinnon. Washington?
Ovi.
Yeah, that's...
Or Backstrom.
Or Backstrom, actually.
You can do one
I
of
can
the
see
two.
that, yeah. I can even see Holtby. Oilers, I'm not even going to say it because it's obvious.
Cam Talbot?
No, I was going to say Kajula.
Okay.
McDavid, I guess.
David, yeah.
I guess. Philadelphia.
Possibly Draisaitl. It all depends on his production.
If he picks it up again.
Hey, he's the greatest German player ever.
He's the only German player ever.
No, there's Marcel Gottsch. And Tobias Rader.
Yeah. That's why I'm laughing, because there's two on that team. But I
think he just passed Gottsch for like something like last season. Pretty funny.
Flyers, I'm going to go Drew. Maybe Wayne Simmons.
How about Provorov?
Yeah. Carolina.
Oh, God.
Brendamore?
He doesn't play. You can go Jordan Stahl.
Sebastian Aho?
He's an... What?
He's an Aho.
Okay.
Justin Williams. Anaheim.
Getzlaff. Perry.
Yeah. Detroit.
Zetterberg.
Yeah. Maybe Larkin. Cronwall.
Mm-hmm.
Shanahan in yet?
I
don't think he is.
He might be.
Florida. I say Luongo.
Huberto.
Pittsburgh. Fuck.
You know what? Just to be fun, I won't say Crosby. I'll say Malkin.
So I was going to say Crosby. Whichever one you say, I'd say the opposite. If he keeps playing well over the next however many years, maybe Murray. Arizona.
Pavel Datsyuk.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Marian Hossa.
Chris Pronger.
All the guys who don't play there anymore. Shane Doan. I used to say him.
But Ekman Larson. I think he has a good shot.
Ottawa Senators. Go with what we said. I think Alfredson will get in eventually.
Cab driver.
The cab driver. Very good. What about...
Honestly, if I got to say anyone on this team, I might actually...
Bobby Ryan?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with cab driver.
Duchesne. Yeah, cab driver. Chicago.
Kane,
Taves. Seabrook.
Yeah.
Crawford.
I don't think Crawford will.
I think eventually he'll get in.
I just don't think as a goalie his numbers will be up there.
I think
standard.
I think he'll get up. I think he'll get in. He won't get in like 3 years after. He won't be a first ballot or even a second ballot. I think he'll be a third, to be honest.
But I think Kane will, because I think when Kane's done, he'll go down as the greatest American-born player ever.
Well, until someone beats him. But yes, I agree.
Well, until probably Matthews.
Maybe.
I think that's the only guy with a shot this year.
St. Louis.
Ooh. You can go Tarasenko.
Yeah.
You can even go Pietrangelo.
I was going to say Pietrangelo, yeah. Ryan O'Reilly?
Could even be Bouwmeester. Yes. Had a pretty solid career.
Yep.
Or a good old St. Albert boy, Colin Parayko.
New Jersey. Hall.
Hersher, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. What about Schneider? Boyle.
Boyle?
Oh, Boyle rules. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Holy shit, Vegas is not doing good this year.
No. Which is what a lot of people predicted.
Fleury. I mean, that's... I don't know if you can even...
Nick Holden.
Maybe. It's possible. William Carlson.
Pacioretty.
Pacioretty, maybe. Nate Schmidt for all the stuff he's done this year.
Holla.
And
then we got Kings.
Vegas. L.A., yes.
Yeah, like Doughty, Quick.
Doughty, Quick,
Kovalchuk.
Kopitar. Holy fuck, they have 4 goalies and 2 of them are hurt.
I only have 3 listed here.
Carter.
I don't think Carter will. I don't think he'll have numbers.
I think he will. What about Toffoli?
Dion.
Oh, fuck, he does play for them, doesn't he?
He does.
Muzzin? Martinez?
Yeah, I don't know if we're talking football or baseball or hockey.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
Yeah, so that's it.
Perfect. That's all I got. That's all you got. Check the description below for all of our stuff. Where Backbreaker Media is on.
I mean, we could talk football.
I don't know shit about football.
I'm just saying, the Saints are still killing it.
Yes, they are.
8 in a row. Who dat?
The Saints, I believe, is what you said.
Yeah.
What are the standings? Let me look up the standings here. So your Saints are in the first.
Yeah, we're first in our division.
And Green Bay's in the third. Because they're losing to Minnesota and Chicago.
Oh,
am I a terrible fan of my football team if my second favorite team is Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am, aren't I?
Also, just going to say this, Drew Brees, more passing touchdowns than Tom Brady. So, suck a real goat's dick, bitches.
Yes.
Yeah, he has more career touchdowns than Tom Brady.
There you go.
5'10".
You are third overall in the league.
Just passed Brett Favre for number 2.
Number 1 is
Peyton
Manning guy.
Yeah, he has 20 more to go. So he'll probably do it next year.
Hey, maybe if he has a couple of games with 50-something yards where he passes it, he could do it this year.
He needs about 20 more, and that's
How many more games do they have?
7, so I don't think so. You got 21 and 8. Or, 9, sorry.
Okay, so let's see. Look at it this way. He's got 7 more games.
I think he'll do it early
20.
next year.
If he has a big rest of the year...
No, 9 games, 21 touchdowns. 7 games left.
He could do it.
I mean, they do play the Buccaneers once more.
So that's a good 6 touchdowns right there.
They play the Falcons once more. And
That's a
Panthers
good 3 or
twice.
4. That's 5 or 6 each.
Divisional
So there you
games
go.
are always shootouts.
Yeah, and there you go.
I still think early next year. It'll be something nice to accomplish after that second ring.
If he does 3 passing touchdowns in each of the last games, see, he's got it. It's 21.
Well, What? He might be more than 21, though.
I mean, he might run most of them in. Who knows? But I mean, if he does just 3 throwing ones,
Nobody wants to see Drew Brees run.
no, I don't mean he runs. I mean he passes it off to run it.
Just NHL TD leaders of all the time. ESPN, damn you, load. So Peyton Manning has 539. Oh, so he's 30. So yeah, it'll be next year.
He's 30. Oh, well, that changes everything.
Mm.
He'll get it done by week 16.
Tom
Wait,
Brady.
it doesn't count for playoffs, right?
No. Tom Brady only has 505. You suck, you jackass.
Here's what I don't understand. Why does it not count for playoffs? And I mean, not just for this, but I mean for like hockey and everything. Why don't you count those two? That's still games you play.
Yeah, but they're different. Like,
Are they? It's still... I mean, yes, you get eliminated.
well, I mean,
but
they count.
It's hockey.
They count for all-time passing touchdowns, playoffs, and that. But I mean, regular season's always. It's like, do you count? Well, do they count Wayne Gretzky's points for playoffs in his total? Like,
They should.
I mean, yes, it's like he still gets them, but
Do you know how many more he has with those playoff
he
ones?
has a lot more.
He's over 3,000 with those.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, at the same time, it's everyone's based on regular season because it's the most fair thing. For the most part, everyone plays it. It's the most fair way of competing.
Well, if you want to see who the great players are, they play the playoff games.
Not necessarily.
Fuck 'em.
No, not necessarily.
Fuck them. They can't go playoffs, can't win games. Fuck them. They don't deserve to be great.
No, just because. Well, I mean, it's easier when you play on a team like say basketball, where if you're a great player, chances are you're good enough to make your team go in. But in a harder team sport like hockey and football, that's not the case.
Fuck them. Fuck team sports. Go to tag team wrestling. We're the greatest.
Well, then that's not even fair because then you have to go against us and you have no chance.
No chance. That's what y'all got.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We're the only 2-time tag champs /
We're only back-to-back TLC champs.
that also have a podcast.
Yeah.
No one can keep up.
It's a little bit of a ride.
Yes.
But yeah, so I am Chris Perish.
I am the repeating champion, Meniac.
We're the hashtag champ.
Or hashtag
Champ.
You line up all our championships, and it's way more than any champ.
You line up our championships, and Whitney Houston will snort them right up.
That's why she died.
She loves her lines.
That's why she died.
So yeah. But anyway, together we are Tag Struggle.
We are real.
And we are a little
Bit
spectacular.
all right.
Well, we're a little bit alright too.
You know, I am a little disappointed in us. We didn't go there this week. The episode, takes... It's not a struggle. We go there.
Yeah, but
we
that was
really
last
didn't-
week.
We really didn't go there, though, this week.
Well, we weren't also that offensive.
Fuck.
It was always 102.
102, we're going back.
Yeah. It's the...
Back to offensive land.
Well, we'll see what happens. That's a lot of shit.
Sounds a struggle. 102, back on offense.
A lot of shit to talk about this
It
week.
does, we really did.
So.
I mean, it's a good hour and a half.
Yeah. So, yeah, next week will be 102. Listen to us right there. And for now, later, bitches. Bye.